Hello everybody, my name is Kate Olaf and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be going over the eight proven strategies that you can actually use to generate income in real estate. So I'm actually using an article from entrepreneur.com, so I'm just gonna go over every single way that they've actually provided and then give you my thoughts as far as if that's an actual way, what the actualities are when it comes to applying these strategies in real life. So the first way is long-term residential rentals. This is kind of what we call the buy and hold strategy in real estate. Now, this can be commercial, this can be single family, whatever really way that you want to do. This is actually a strategy that I use and a lot of my mentors that I follow use. And honestly, in my opinion, it's the best way to build wealth. Not only are you gonna be getting cash flow day one, so this is money that you are actually profitable in every single month, but you also have an equity and appreciation play. As you buy more buy and hold rentals, your net worth just continues to grow over time because you never sell anything. And that is probably the best way to invest in real estate. It's definitely not a get rich quick. I don't think anything that we're going to be going over in this video is a get rich quick scheme. Most real estate investors will tell you you can't necessarily get rich quick. It is a very long-term game, and the people that do this at the highest level do it in long terms. So again, to wrap up, number one, it is just a buy and hold strategy. I buy a rental, I hold it forever, and I cash flow day one. It's very kind of boring, honestly, but again, it's a long-term play. You get the cash and the appreciation aspect when it comes to real estate, and it's all contributing to your net worth. The second option in this article is lease options, and to be honest, I have never done a lease option. I do not have experience with it. So let me go over what the article says about lease options. So lease options can be a great way to get involved in real estate without having to put up a significant amount of capital or even have a great credit at the outset. You're leasing with an option to buy. This tends to work well when the housing market is climbing because you're creating a preset price at which you can later purchase the property. The only thing and problem that I could see with lease options is if you never buy it, then you're just leasing it forever. I think in this actual article, it's talking about when you're owning the property, okay? So if I own the property and I'm doing lease options with some of my tenants, that means they're gonna be leasing it from me and we have a lease option in place where they could buy it at some point in the future. The good thing from an owner perspective about that is if they never buy it and they just lease from you and, say they never buy it, they just keep leasing from you, it almost turns into a buy and hold rental at that point, so you're just always going to be making money from the owner's perspective. Number three is home renovation flips. Now, in this article, I think it's talking specifically about your primary residence, not necessarily just flipping homes like you see a lot of big real estate investors do, but I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this all up in one category of just flipping homes in general. Now, I know a lot of people that make a lot of money flipping homes, and the reality is it is a full-time business. So if you think you're going to be making a ton of money, 6 figures a month, doing this side hustle of flipping homes, that's just not reality. To be honest, everyone who I know that does it at a high level, it is their full-time job. And it is a business. It's a full-time business. You're not going to be making a ton of money, okay, just doing this on the side. Now, can you make money doing it on the side while you have a full-time job? Absolutely. Really, this is a great strategy. You have to be careful and understand the market cycles in real estate. You have to understand the market that you're actually investing in because you can get underwater very fast if you do not know what you're doing. And I've heard some pretty awful stories of friends who just did not know what they were doing, got super excited to do the deal, and they just bought a bad investment. So make sure that if you are flipping homes, that you actually understand the market you're buying in and you are learning from someone who's actually doing it successfully, not just doing it, okay? So that's flipping homes. Again, I think this article is hitting on home renovation flips. So say you own your home and you spend some money to renovate it and then you sell it down the line, you're gonna make a lot more money than if you just kept it cookie cutter. Let's go to number 4, and that is contract flipping, otherwise known as wholesaling in real estate. So essentially what this is let's say I'm a real estate agent. You don't necessarily need to be a real estate agent to do this. I can go to a seller of a property and I can get their house under contract, which basically means I write up a contract and I say, I will purchase your home for X amount. When the seller signs that contract, I can then take that contract and then I can go to a friend and say, hey friend, I will sell you this contract for $10,000 above what I got the home under contract for. So say I got the home under contract for $100,000. Then I can go to my friend and I could say, friend, I'll sell this contract to you for $110,000. Then the friend's gonna buy it because the after repair value or just the value of that house in general is worth $150,000. So that guy can buy my contract and buy that house for $50,000 or $40,000 less than what he can buy it for right now. So everyone kind of wins, right? Because the seller's in a tight spot, they need to sell the house. I make $10,000 off my friend, and my friend buys a home with $40,000 in equity that he could turn into, either a flip or he can turn into a buy and hold rental. So that's known as wholesaling. They're referring to it as contract flipping in this article, but it's the same method. Essentially, you're just taking contracts and selling contracts. I personally have friends that do this. They make really good money. It is a hustle though. Again, all of these things, right? All of these 8 ways. It's so easy to write an article and just, have an idea of how to invest in real estate. But at the end of the day, every single one of these ways, you only make big money if you go all in at that one thing and you do it full time. Because I have a friend, I think his best month was around 20,000, 25,000 wholesaling. But again, he makes calls all day. I mean, he starts at 9 a.m., doesn't end his days till 6, 7 o'clock. Okay, so it is a full-time gig. So that's wholesaling. Let's go to number 5, which is short sales. Short sales occur when the current owner of their home is behind on their mortgage, but the property hasn't yet entered into foreclosure. In order for this to happen, all parties have to agree to the transaction since the property is being sold off for less than is owed on the existing mortgages. This can be a great opportunity to make a quick profit without investing in lengthy renovations. So, short sales. This is basically pre-foreclosure listings, and just like the article said, you can basically get into a property for substantially less than what it's worth because people owe money on it. I don't have any experience with short sales. I know people that have bought them and they basically got a steal. Again, go back to the flipping model of homes. You need to understand the market that you're in, because if you do not understand how to calculate values of homes, none of this will be good for you. Okay, so you need to get good at understanding the market you're investing in and understanding how to value a home. So that's short sales, number 5. Number 6, vacation rentals. Okay, so everyone has heard of Airbnb, VRBO, and it's been very popular the last several years when it comes to real estate. I know a lot of people that make a lot of money here. The thing with vacation rentals is it is a different business model than buy and hold real estate, and I'll tell you why. Vacation rentals are basically hospitality businesses, so think of it as like a hotel. It's such a different business model than buy and hold rental properties. When I underwrite or when I evaluate a buy and hold investment opportunity, I am going to evaluate it completely different than I would look at a vacation rental. So if you are interested in doing Airbnb, VRBO, you need to, again, consult with someone who's actively doing it and successful at it, because the business model is completely different than if you have a friend who's doing buy and hold rentals. You can make a ton of money with it, just understand it's a different business model. It's more of a hospitality hotel business rather than just buy and hold, real estate. Number 7 is hard money lending. So I'm assuming this article is discussing if I myself was going to be lending hard money out to people. So hard money lending, all this is basically short-term loans. So say I was going to invest in a deal and I needed a ton of cash really quickly, then I could go to a hard money lender and say I need 200 grand. They could give it to me and they're going to charge me a ton of interest. And the reason being is because it's only short-term debt. So a lot of these are going to have balloons, which could be 1 to 2 years to 6 months, depending on the lender that you go with. But essentially, if you need cash very quickly, you can call on a hard money lender and they can give that to you for any of your real estate deals. You have to be very careful with hard money because the debt is due very quickly, and a lot of people can get in a lot of trouble if you do not understand this. So again, you need to understand the deal you're investing in, the market you're investing in, and who your hard money lender is. Okay, and understand the actual debt product that you're taking on when you're using hard money. And the reality is, whenever that balloon is due on that loan, you have to pay it regardless of how your real estate deal turned out. So make sure that when you are using hard money lenders, or if you're even hard money lending yourself, to be very careful who you're working with and the type of deal you're buying. And number 8, the last one, the last way to make money in real estate according to this article is commercial real estate. So the biggest thing to know about commercial real estate is that there are so many different types. You have office, retail, industrial, multifamily, okay? And every single one of these models is a little bit different, so you need to understand that first and foremost. I myself am trying to get into the commercial multifamily space. So right now I currently have 3 units, and that's considered residential. Anything in multifamily 1 to 4 units is residential, and then anything 5 units and above is commercial. And so that's what I'm going after, is the commercial multifamily real estate market. Now, there's so much more to commercial that I don't even want to tap into, because I want to get super focused on multifamily and become really good at that one thing. Commercial is amazing. The great thing I love about commercial, and probably the biggest thing you should take note of with commercial real estate, is that commercial real estate is valued on the income that it generates, not the like properties that are next to it. So as an example, I'm a residential real estate agent. When I go to sell a house, I figure out the value by looking at all of the houses near the house that I'm selling, and that's how I calculate the value. That is not the case with commercial real estate. Commercial real estate is valued on the income it generates, similar to a business. If you were to go buy a business, the value of the business is based on the income it generates, not the value of other businesses down the road. That's just ridiculous. So it's the same thing with commercial real estate. And with that, I'm not going to get into it all in this video, but with that comes a lot of opportunity to create more value within commercial real estate, therefore speeding up the process for your net worth and your financial gains. So I love commercial real estate. I'm actively pursuing it and trying to get into it. And so I will definitely keep everyone posted on my channel as far as how that journey goes. But I'm a super fan of commercial. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. If you like the content and you found anything to be helpful, please consider subscribing to this channel. Also, I would love to hear from you as far as your thoughts on the best way to invest in real estate and make money, so please feel free to leave a comment below. Also, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms at Cade Olof everywhere. Thanks again for watching. My name is Cade, and I'll see you in the next one.